Hello and welcome to Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we dive in, dissect, and then diagnose because it seems everyone has lost their damn mind. If you're new here, thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and talk shit in the comments. Please let me know how you really feel. Today's episode is sponsored by Shame on You, the card game. This card game is a 21 and up drinking game, unisex for all to enjoy. Find out a lot about the people you call friends and family. You can purchase this on KeitaSaidIt.com. Today's gonna be a hard one, you guys. Today's gonna be a hard one because it's some tough topics, some tough situations that we're talking about, okay? Our first patient in the waiting room is YK Osiris. Yikes on a damn bike. YK to Clinic 1. YK to Clinic 1. YK Osiris is a musical artist. His most popular song, I believe, was Worth It. Was it called Worth It? Yeah, Worth It. I will give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worth it. Something like that. It was a good song. Okay, he hasn't dropped much in a couple of years. Not that I know of, not that I've been streaming. And I think it's because he took all that money. He's been blowing it, beefing with rappers, being called corny over there in the corner somewhere, and now sexually assaulting people, allegedly. Lord. Allegedly. Who did he sexually assault? This is a good question. Twitter is saying that he sexually assaulted Suki Hana. And Suki Hana is another musical recording artist, right? She's most known for her song, Eating a Man's Ass. I don't know the words. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know the name of the song, but it's like, I'ma eat a man's ass. I'm eating your ass. I'm gonna eat a man's ass, or something like that. I couldn't get into it, so I didn't even stream it. The reason being is because I don't personally see myself riding down the road condoning eating a grown man's ass. I personally can't do it. I'm not kink shaming. If you're into doing that freaky nasty shit, I'm not upset with you, okay? Somebody has to do it. It's just that Keita can't. Somebody has to do it, but Keita can't. So I don't actually know the song, but I know that she's been known to do some other things too. Let's break it down. Suki Hana has made sexually suggestive songs. She has posted videos of herself touching on herself, sucking men's toes. She had a couple of money shots, and by money shots, I mean, pictures of her with male ejaculation on her face. She's just been very, very open with the fact that she doesn't shy away from sex, right? She was just seen by many on NLE Choppa's video being walked like a dog on a leash. It's been a lot, right? She's what I would like to call like a fun girl. She's somebody that if you want to get freaky and have fun on a Friday, you're going to call Suki. She's going to turn up and she going to do what needs to be done, okay? So YK Osiris and Suki was at an event called the Atlanta Crew League event, okay? And there were other celebrities there. Rick Ross was there, Funny Marco was there, Little Duval was there. I bet a whole lot of other celebrities were there as well. It looked like they were on a panel together. And from the clip that went viral, Suki was like telling YK Osiris, I will turn your little ass out. She was singing his song Worth It to him, serenading him, telling him like, this ain't what you want to play with, baby. I'm a pro. And you too young to even understand what's going on over here. So YK is laughing. He's like, okay. I think he looks at that as like an invitation. He walks over to her. He grabs her face and he kisses her on her cheek. Well, immediately she's like surprised. Her mouth is open. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. What are you doing? He's laughing still. I think he thinks it's a joke. He grabs her face again and he tries to like tongue kiss her, put his mouth on her mouth. She's like trying to get away. She's like, oh no, she's laughing, but she kind of looks nervous and she's just like, no, I don't want to do this. He laughs about it again. He tries to dap up the men that surround him and he goes at it again. He runs up to her again, grabs her face, tries to kiss her again. This is the second time, and I'm thinking to myself, first of all, this is the most cringe-worthy shit I've ever seen in my life. How many hints do you need? How many hints does somebody have to give you? I'm uncomfortable. I have not kissed you back. I've turned my face away to the point where I'm almost falling out of my seat because I don't want to kiss you. Sir, I don't want you. Leave me alone. How many hints? Listen. So from that clip, Twitter went crazy. TikTok went crazy. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everybody's like, Suki Hana was sexually assaulted. This is not funny. This is not okay. And no matter what she's done in her past, no matter what we know her for, she doesn't deserve to have her consent stripped away from her, right? Let me read you a couple of comments. Saying Suki Hana deserves to have her consent violated because she's someone comfortable with her own sexuality is a great example of rape culture. It's sad to see so many women co-sign it too. That's the part that got me shook, not gonna lie. This was a Twitter user. Another Twitter user said, why do people keep sexually assaulting Suki Hana? Shit's odd as fuck. And this is, again, these are just a few comments. The list went on and on of people saying that this is not right. A lot of people were saying, listen, Suki is sexually provocative. We've seen her body, we've seen her nipples, her booty hole, we've seen her we've seen her OnlyFans. She has had ejaculation on her face. A lot of people were talking about the fact that she twerked on an 8-year-old boy or a 10-year-old boy, a minor, in her recent music video, right? And so a lot of people were mad about that, saying, why does she deserve to be respected? Why does she deserve to be someone who has to give consent when the minor that she was twerking on, the minor that she was sexually assaulting, couldn't give his consent, right? So when I say the comments are torn and people are going back and forth on this, you got people posting think pieces about how she's a porn star, she's a stripper, she's a slut, and she deserves everything that she got coming. You got people posting think pieces about how it don't matter what she's done, right? She's a human being and she deserves respect. Now, my personal opinion, I don't care what I've done. If I don't want you to touch me, do not touch me. If I don't give you consent to put your hands upon me, don't put your crusty, nasty, dusty ass hands on me. You're gonna go to jail. She's better than me. He would have been arrested. You're doing Tory Lanez time, babe. Okay? You're better than me because you're gonna go to jail. Don't put your damn hands on me. I'd have slapped the shit out of him. You know, I recently made a video where I talked about how a lot of the times as women, we will laugh. We will give a nervous giggle because if we do go off like that, then we look like the aggressor. We look like the woman that can't take a joke. We look like, you know, somebody men don't want to hire because they can't sexually assault. We look like the bad guy when we go the fuck off. That's not a reason to not go the fuck off, but we do. We look like the bad guy. We look like the person that doesn't know how to take a joke. I've been in certain situations with employers that have said things to me that were completely inappropriate, that have done things to me that are completely inappropriate. And the moment that I step up, because Keita's always gonna step up, because Keita's always gonna clap the fuck back, it has been like, you're the issue. Everyone can see you're the issue. No one saw what I did or heard what I said, but they saw you react. And because they saw you react, they know that you're the problem. And I've been deemed as the problem when all I want you to do is keep your fucking comments and your hands to your goddamn self. So I can understand doing the whole laughing thing because, you know, we're at an event, and if I step up to you, throw the mic, push you down, act a fool, then everybody at the event is going to be focused on what I reacted to or how I reacted and not what I reacted to, right? And it's going to be more eyes on me, which will then make me more awkward, right? And it'll have me relive what the fuck you're doing to me over and over again. It's too much. I'm gonna let y'all see the video. Let's take a look. Oh my. I mean, she just looks awkward. Everybody's awkward. Nobody wants this to happen. The only person that doesn't get it, the only person that can't read the room is YK. Clearly. So again, once Twitter seen that they said that Suki was sexually assaulted, and so YK, he came out with an apology, right? This was his apology. He said, I want to publicly offer my sincerest apology to Suki Hana. In an attempt to be playful, I misread the moment and violated Suki's boundaries. I understand the importance of consent, and I am embarrassed by my behavior. I take full responsibility and have made multiple attempts to apologize. I have the utmost admiration for Suki Hana, and it was never my intention to disrespect her. And looking at it, I believe that it wasn't his intention to disrespect her. I believe that he did not try to do something malicious. I believe that he wasn't trying to violate her, but unintentionally, he absolutely did violate her. And without her consent, he continuously tried to put his damn tongue down her freaking throat, and enough was enough. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I wanted to see the men around him tap him on the shoulder and be like, boy, that's enough, you're doing too much. I'm not saying chastise him, throw him down like he's a child. I'm not saying beat his ass, but I'm saying I wanted to see the men do more. Comment down below. What do you think? Do you believe that the men around YK failed him and Suki by not protecting Suki, by not stepping up and policing their homeboy? Hey man, she not comfortable. Hey man, this is an event. You know, this is not the place to do all that. Or do you think, hey, they didn't do anything wrong. This is not their business. They did right by just letting it play out. Comment down below. Celebrities seen this and they were not okay with what happened. Okay, we had Amber Rose who said, "Are we really gonna sit back and let this happen to Suki Hana? She was sexually assaulted and no one did anything. This is the entertainment business and she is an entertainer. Using her lyrics and persona as an excuse to physically touch her and force her without her consent is absolutely disgusting. What happened to protect black women?" I cried watching that video and I'm sure a lot of other women did as well. Then she tagged Suki. She said, "I'm so sorry that you had to go through that at Sukihana the GOAT. My heart breaks for you." So Amber Rose and a lot of other women, right, female celebrities were very, very heartbroken for Suki, very angry at YK. And then we have Meek Mills. Now Meek said, "Y'all drawing a big line between men and women nowadays on social." I think he means like we're drawing a rift. We're creating a rift between men and women. "It's getting bad in the black community," he says. "All this internet superficial shaming, judging, gaslighting only hurts us people. And it's a lot of people who need strength, especially young black men. He might got a rumble, Suki, brother, anything, but this same internet tear each other down stuff. Suki can do what she wants. She feels violated, but let me mind my business." I'm gonna try to translate or interpret that. The way that I interpret it is, black women and black men are already divided in the community and we are superficially shaming and gaslighting each other. Black men deserve to be protected. I guess he's saying fuck Suki because black men deserve to be protected and Suki can do what she wants and she feels violated. I think he means that she has every right to feel violated, but also don't attack YK. You know, he's a young brother, he's a young black man and he deserves protection as well. What are your, I want to ask what your thoughts are, but also I had a hard time even wrapping my mind. I don't even know what my thoughts are after reading that, right? So a lot of celebrities have been defending YK, but also sending their condolences to Suki. Now, Suki didn't say anything, but after Twitter had blown it up, she deleted her Twitter. Before she deleted her Twitter or afterwards, I'm not sure the facts, she did post, "I am a human, a woman, a mother, and daughter before I am an entertainer. No matter what my lyrics express, I still have boundaries and the right to have them. Again, I have accepted his apology and I'm working towards getting my life back together. I am giving YK the grace and forgiveness that I wanted to be given to me as well. I was discovering and defining myself on this very public," so I think she means on this very public platform and sometimes unforgiving entertainment, right, platform. Okay. Suki's mom did post after YK gave that apology and she said, "Fake apology ass bitch." She said, "When I see you, it's still up. I think that means she's gonna beat your ass. I think that means that she's going to physically assault YK when she sees him, rightfully so." Well, not rightfully, I don't wanna say rightfully so, but any mother would be very upset if they saw their daughter experience what Suki experiences. Now, here comes the question that everybody has been fighting over for days now. Do you deserve respect? Do you deserve to be a person who gives consent if you are a hoe? If you post sexually suggestive things, if you post your body, if you're nude, if you're a porn star, if you talk about liking sex and wanting everybody to have sex with you, if you talk about how good your coochie or dingaling is, do you deserve the same respect as, let's say, somebody working at Lowe's, like a regular person? Do sex workers and sexually promiscuous people deserve respect? My answer on this, and you guys can comment yours below, my answer on this is abso-fucking-lutely. I don't care how you express yourself. I don't care what you wear. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you do on your spare time. I don't care how freaky you get. I don't care if you've eaten 4 or 5 freshly waxed asses. You don't deserve somebody touching you without your consent. Do not put your hands on me. No means no. Now, a lot of people in the comments were like, you know, I don't even like how men talk to her. And we're going to get on what happened with that situation. You know, a very popular DJ had some stuff. I think he wanted to smell her ass. Y'all, I think he asked to smell her coochie or her booty or eat it or something of that and of that nature. We're going to talk about that a little later. But people in the comments were like, you don't even need to be disrespectful to her in the sense of like how you come at her, how you speak to her. She is a woman. And now that I'm like, because listen, you come up to me and say, I want to eat your ass. Whatever you say to me after that, whatever I say to you after that is just what it is, okay? Don't come around here talking about you want to eat my ass and then tell me you want some respect. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to you, but what I am going to do is keep my hands to my damn self. Now, a lot of people may disagree with that, right? That's your opinion. But me, if I go around saying some shit, you're going to expect people to say some shit back, right? If you post some things on the internet, you're going to expect to get comments. Now, what those comments say to you, you might not like. What the comments on this video might be, I might not like. But at the end of the day, I'm putting it out there, so I expect to get comments. You can't say no one can say anything to anybody, right? So if a man comes up to you and say, hey, bitch, you still eating ass? I'm not necessarily going to be surprised at that if I went around saying I'm eating ass, right? However, you better keep your damn hands to yourself or you're gonna go to prison, okay? I'm pressing full charges on your ass. Now, Candy Burris, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she has a podcast. Now, Candy is known to get freaky, okay? She be selling sex toys. She be doing like little sexual transitions. She's very open with her sexuality. So she has a podcast that I'm guessing they talk a lot about sex. Well, Suki with the good coochie was on there, and so was a DJ by the name of DJ A1. Y'all, take a listen to what this man said.
I make that pussy spit, and I know it do. I watched you walk in this motherfucker.
So you can tell by my walk?
I can tell by your walk that pussy spit.
Hey, you a country nigga. Where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Campbellton Road, to be exact. What's happening with it? Oh, yeah, I want to smell your pussy. I want to put my face in your pussy. You say, Suki with the good coochie, you know what I'm saying? You be talking about how good that motherfucker smell and all that. We can go to the back and I can come back and give her.
You want to smell my ass?
I might put my tongue down that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, A1.
But we going to start with the sniffing though.
You are aggressive.
She love that shit, man. Look at her. She like that old shit.
No, I don't.
You love that shit.
No, I mean after like during sex maybe, but that's not right now.
Nah, all that shit you talk. Fuck that. You done met your match. I'm here. What's up?
So listen, hold on.
This man is
Okay.
Okay, so Candy is kind of like, people were mad at Candy, right? As a woman, how can you sit here and watch him say these things and do these things? However, they're talking sexual on their podcast. A lot of people in the comments were like, he's matching her energy. I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have laughed too, because I would have been like, okay, this is the freaky podcast. Everybody getting freaky. I'm not reading the room well, Now, she said during sex, she likes to talk like this, but right here, it's enough. And maybe I would have, as a host, changed the subject. Like, you know what? People are getting uncomfortable. Let's move it along. But, he showed her his dingaling prior to saying that he wanted to smell her ass. This is a lot. It's just shit. This is so much. I'm on a podcast as well, and every time we talk about sex, I make a lot of jokes. And people be mad as hell, like, this is serious, but it's not. Like, I can't take this shit serious because I'm the type of person that feels like sex talk, sex anything should be in the bedroom. I'm not gonna sit up here. I might, make a little joke. I might say something that I think is funny, but am I gonna just, I really like having 4 fingers in my ass while you slap me on the back of my neck, beat the shit out of me, and then spit on my toes. I'm not gonna say no shit like that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I am just so unfucking comfortable. So people were mad at him. GJA1 saying he's completely inappropriate. That was nasty. He had no right to do that. I don't know what I can say to not be attacked on this subject. Because on one end, don't put your hands on no woman, I don't give a fuck. But on the other end, how am I supposed to read the room? Like, you got your titties out and we always talk about sex and this is a sex podcast. And Candy was just talking about how her mama said she wanted to be, tickled, not stabbed, because we're talking about dick. And y'all are telling me I'm a predator. Y'all are telling me I'm nasty. Hell, I thought we was, I would have been on the same type of time. Like, it's like interviewing a boxer, but he don't want to talk about violence. He's like, I'm not saying she deserves to be disrespected. I don't believe that she deserves to be disrespected. I do believe she deserves I believe that everybody in the world deserves a general level of respect. I've said that. And if I ever don't give you that respect, it's because your ass don't deserve it, right? It's because I've given you the respect, you showed me you don't deserve it, and now I'm about to turn up on your ass. But it is hard to gauge. Comment down below and let me know. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Is it hard to gauge how to approach somebody that comes off sexually explorative, that comes off promiscuous, that comes off like they want it, they like it, and if they don't outwardly say no, if they don't outwardly say, hey, that's enough, which she did. She actually said, like, right here, this ain't enough. This ain't the space for you to be smelling my ass, and I appreciated that. I don't want to see nobody smell her ass, but is it hard to gauge? Like, am I wrong that I didn't read the room, even though your persona tells me that you're one way? Or are you wrong for having that persona, for even putting it out there like you're okay? Because he said multiple times, like, nah, you match your match. You talk about this shit all the time. You're like this, right? And though she clearly acted like she didn't like it, she didn't want it, she never necessarily said, this is my persona. And I need y'all to get it understood. When I'm online, I act freaky. When I'm in front of the cameras, I act nasty, but I don't want you to talk to me this way. Is it fair to call men that see her and say these things to her, like, I want to smell your ass crack? Is it fair to call him like a predator? Or is he just weird and creepy and he should read the room and it is what it is? You know, he shouldn't have disrespected her. What are your thoughts on this, y'all? Because I am like, on one end, I'm like, you're absolutely disgusting that we're even having this damn talk, and everybody need to be thrown into a puddle of holy water, right? But on the other end, it's like, well, we're all talking about sex. This is a freaky situation. You're dressed pretty provocative. I'm seeing your breasts, and I'm getting turned on, and I'm hoping that you say it's okay so that we can go to the back and do what we got to do, right? I'm thinking like a man. I'm speaking as a man. And the world are calling these men predators, freaks, creeps, perverts. Is that fair? I will say this. He's nasty. He's a nasty ass man. Is he a pervert? Yeah, a little bit. Is he freaky? Mm-hmm. Is he creepy? I certainly wouldn't want to be walking down a street, a fucking dark alley, and see his ass by myself. I certainly wouldn't want these men to approach me, so I'd say that there's some validity to those claims. But calling them like outright predatory, like you intentionally do this to women, it's kind of like hard for me to say that, because sometimes it is hard to read the room. Sometimes it is hard to gauge. Like, I think that the best plan of action moving forward for anybody is to ask, am I making you uncomfortable when I say shit like this? Do you like me like that? May I kiss you? Like, let's always ask consent before we just jump into shit, because when you do things like that, when you jump into these assumptions of this is how a person is, now you're being called a freaking sex offender. Now everybody and their mama wants you on somebody's registry because you're talking freaky to somebody that you think is a natural freak, and they're saying this is my persona. I am a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a human before I'm a freaky, entertainer. So, Suki also said something that was very interesting that I want to bring up. She said, I'm pro-black woman and I'm not into tearing black men down. This is something I'm choosing to forgive him for. We're talking about YK still. I love him and I accept his apology and I would like to move forward. This is, some of the tweets that she had said, like, I forgive him. I'm not tripping on this, I want the same grace that people don't give me, which she proved that when everybody was like, hey, she dresses like a hoe. She deserves people to touch all over her. She kind of proved that this world is very unforgiving and no one really gives her grace. This is something that kind of struck me, though. It kind of got me shook when she said, I drink to hide that I'm very sensitive. I feel more than the average person. I stopped drinking yesterday, but today I've been crying all day. She said that after, the internet had basically exposed the fact that she was sexually assaulted. Then she said, I asked God to strengthen me and use me to help others and to order my steps in this world. I want to go away for a while. This was before she deleted her Twitter. And it's just, that got me because I was thinking to myself, here we have somebody who has a persona. This is how she got big. So when we get famous off of certain things, when we have to really pay attention to what we go viral for and what we get famous for. Because if we get famous for doing nasty stuff or being the party girl alcohol or drinking, sometimes we feel like we have to always have that persona, that nobody in this world will fuck with us if we don't display those type of behaviors. And in one instance, that's right? Like when Cardi B decided to talk about politics, people were like, shut the hell up, shake your ass and rap. It's almost like we don't allow people to grow. So on one end, we're like, I don't like how you dress. I don't like what you say. I think you should change. You make black women look bad. You make women look bad. When somebody tries to change, or if she decided to change, nobody would be okay with that. People would bring up her past. People would say, what you trying to change for now? People would say the nastiest shit to her. So it's like, maybe that's why a lot of celebrities decide to turn to alcohol, to turn to drugs. They feel like they've put themselves in a box they can't necessarily get out of. And I feel like that's what happened to Suki. I don't think she'll ever be able to just be like, hey, listen, I'm really into gardening. I want to make music for strong women, independent women, God-fearing women. I don't think that anybody would be receptive to that, to be honest with you, because this is who you came out to be. That would be like me saying I'm not loud as fuck. So what are your thoughts on the whole Suki Hana situation? Do you believe that, you don't deserve respect if you're a hoe, a self-proclaimed hoe? Do you believe that you lose the right to your consent if you dress provocatively, do porn, work in the sex industry, or come off promiscuous? Or do you believe that men should understand that no matter what I am, no matter who I am, no matter what I do, if I don't want to sleep with you, if I don't want to touch you, if I don't want your tongue down my damn throat, then I don't have to have that. I don't have to participate like that. I don't have to participate in no shit like that. What are your thoughts? Y'all, let's go to the diagnosis, Lord. Whew. Okay, it's time for the diagnosis. Let's talk about YK. YK, I think he needs some time away. I think he needs to grow the fuck up. Like, read the room. I'm sorry that you haven't had much experience with women. However, it's time to learn, right? If we ever want any type of healthy, happy relationships in the future, if we ever want a time where people aren't calling us a weird, perverted freak, then we need to gain some common sense, learn how to read the room, and really understand what consent means, right? Because in his apology, he's like, I understand consent, I understand how it's important. I don't think you did, because you didn't get consent and you kept going back for more. All right. So it's time for us to start really understanding what we put out in this world, we gonna get. All right. Because now I know he's talking about, deleting his Instagram. He's talking about going away for a while. He's saying that he really needs help. And I believe him. I think he needs help, and I think he should go get it. All right. And as for Suki, I really don't know. I really don't know in this situation, because on one end, it's like, you're never going to stop the creeps, freaks, and weirdos from being creepy, freaky, and weird. You're not. So we can condemn all the men in the world, but some men are absolutely disgusting. And as women, unfortunately, we have got to start protecting ourselves. You might find yourself in a room full of men, and I don't think that you should automatically think I'm protected because there's men around me. I think you should think the opposite. I think you should think, do I have my gun on me? Do I have a small knife? Do I have a blade of some sort so I can cut their ass if they get freaky, if they get too touchy with me, okay? Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in, y'all. Ugh. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, y'all, I do have a little special segment though. I have opened my DMs up to Hey Keita, okay? If you want to talk to me, if you want my opinion on something, DM me, but start it off with Hey Keita so that I know what this is about. Until next time, I'm Keita Rose. Thank you so much for watching and listening.